This video will be about the angle of concrete struts options within the member design parameters. If you look at a beam section from the RC member, there's an input box for the angle of the concrete struts with a default value of 45, which the unit will be in degrees. This menu is also seen not only in the beam part but also for column, sub-beam, and subcolumn. So for 1D members, the value for the compression strut is meant to be inserted, which is used to calculate the shear resistance. From now, we will look at what this variable means and what value we should be putting in from the Eurocode standards. In the Eurocode 1992-1-1, there's a paragraph 6.2.3 about members requiring design shear reinforcement. If you refer to this data, you will be able to find what theta refers to, and what the limit values are, and also how to calculate the shear resistance. If we enlarge the diagram, we can see that theta is the angle of failure due to a combination of shear force, axial force, and moment. When the crack line is formed in parallel with strut line B in the picture, this means the angle of failure is the angle between a compression strut and the beam axis. And alpha stands for the angle between a shear reinforcement and beam axis. If you scroll up, there's a definition for alpha and theta. The reason why the theta value is so important is because the VRDS, which is the shear resistance for members with reinforcement, is calculated in proportion to cotangent theta, so we need to calculate the theta value. And also for VRD max, which could be set as the maximum resistance of the compression strut, can be exactly calculated by using the cotangent theta and tangent theta. So we have to calculate the shear resistances through the theta value. The previous page mentions the limit for the angle theta. The cotangent theta must be bigger or equal to 1, but less than or equal to 2.5. And when this is converted to degrees, we get to a conclusion that the theta has to be bigger than 21.8 and smaller than 45 degrees. After computing the theta value VRD and VRD max, we should pay attention to the VRD max. This value is the maximum shear resistance of the compression struts. It means that the VRDS always should be smaller than VRD max. When we design a flexural beam, we induce the tension control, which means we agree that a design is well done when the reinforcement is yielded before the concrete fracture. It's the same with the compression strut and the shear reinforcement, meaning a design where the shear reinforcement gets yielded before the compression strut fracture is a good design. This is why the VRDS should be smaller than the VRD max. And this is what the Eurocode is suggesting and putting limits as well. Similar to inducing ductile design by maximizing the reinforcement ratio for moment design, we can calculate the maximum amount of stirrup. For VRD max, we can see that it is relative to the inverse of cotangent theta plus tangent theta. So in order for this to be the maximum value, the theta needs to be 45 degrees. And if we substitute 45 degrees to theta in equation 6.8, setting the values for VRDS same as VRD max, we can calculate the ASW over S, which is the maximum reinforcement. Then how will we calculate the amount of reinforcement that we need against shear force applied? Basically, we need to set the theta first and then calculate the rest. It's correct to calculate the theta first by finding out what the principal stress is from axial force, shearing force, and moment. But from an engineering point of view, it is more economical to set the VRDS and VRD max to be equal and then find out the theta value. Because when the value for VRDS and VRD max is the same, we won't have any leftover resistances and will be able to design economically. If we calculate these two equations 6.8 and 6.9 to be equal, we could figure out exactly what the theta value is from a single variable sine squared theta. So when we substitute the calculated theta value to the equations, assuming VRDS, VRD max, and VU are the same, we can get the reinforcement quantity, the ASW over S. Eventually, what Midas nGen is saying for the 45 degrees is that when you want to calculate the maximum shear reinforcement amount, all you have to do is put in the 45 degrees. And for a more economic design, insert the calculated theta value, assuming that the VRDS and VRD max is equal, like what we have just been talking about.